Ensuring smooth customs clearance for endangered species. In this video, we'll discuss the importance of customs clearance procedures for protecting endangered species. We'll also cover the specific requirements for importing and exporting endangered species, and provide tips for complying with these regulations. Importing and exporting endangered species. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, CITES, is an international treaty that regulates the trade in endangered species. CITES lists over 35,000 species of animals and plants that are protected from commercial trade. When you import or export an endangered species, you must comply with the CITES regulations. These regulations vary depending on the species of animal or plant you are importing or exporting. For example, some species may require a permit from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, FWS, while others may be prohibited from import or export altogether. When you import or export an endangered species, you will need to go through customs clearance. Customs clearance is the process of ensuring that goods entering or leaving a country are compliant with all applicable laws and regulations. For endangered species, customs clearance involves submitting the appropriate paperwork and permits to the FWS. The FWS will then review your paperwork and determine whether you are authorized to import or export the species. Here are a few tips for complying with customs clearance regulations for endangered species. 1. Be aware of the CITES regulations. Before you import or export an endangered species, make sure you are familiar with the CITES regulations for that species. You can find these regulations on the CITES website. 2. Obtain the necessary permits. In most cases, you will need to obtain a permit from the FWS before you can import or export an endangered species. You can apply for a permit online or by mail. 3. Submit the appropriate paperwork. When you import or export an endangered species, you will need to submit the appropriate paperwork to the FWS. This paperwork includes a CITES import-export permit, a declaration form, and a health certificate. 4. Work with a customs broker. If you are not familiar with the customs clearance process, you may want to work with a customs broker. A customs broker can help you navigate the customs clearance process and ensure that your goods are compliant with all applicable laws and regulations. The customs clearance process for endangered species can be complex, but it is important to comply with the regulations to protect these species from illegal trade. By following the tips in this video, you can help ensure that your imports and exports of endangered species are legal and ethical. That's it for today's video. For more informative videos like this one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.